guys, so today, as the title says, I am doing my April book haul, and y'all might be wondering, Laura, ain't you supposed to be on a book buying ban? Why, yes, I am, except I haven't purchased anything. Okay, I paid for some things, but that was back in March, that's now here. But all of these that I'm going to be showing you were gifts, either given to me or someone bought them for me. So let's get started with the end of March. As stated in my previous book haul, which I will link down below, Raven got me 3 books for my birthday and only 2 came in time. So here is Exile's Honor by Mercedes Lackey, the last of the books. I love it. It's so pretty. I had this in hardcover before. I literally wore out the binding and cracked the spine by reading it so often, and it was missing its dust jacket. So Raven, that's what Raven was like, do you have this? And I'm like, yeah, without the dust jacket. And she's like, I'll get you a new one. And then the last purchases from last month is the Divergent and Insurgent Collector's Editions. Yes! On Amazon, these totaled county shipping just over half what one of these costs in store. These say they're $19.99. No. This was $30 in Barnes & Noble, and I couldn't find this in Barnes & Noble anymore. So I got the Insurgent and Divergent Collectors. I'm so excited. I finally have these, and they're so shiny and so pretty, and oh my goodness! And look at them, Nikki. They're so pretty. And this is my favorite color, Insurgent. Look at these. Look at them. They're gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm so excited for these. I have to put the papers back on. I got this one like new, and it's in great quality. I think it is new. I think it was never read, but it's got a little bit of shelf wear, meaning that there's like marks on the cover from being in book stacks and stuff, and a tiny bit of bending at the top right here. That's it. Other than that, it's in perfect condition. It looks brand new. And then this was brand new, and so it was $7.99 for this one. This was like $3. It was nice because Raven has been having trouble with Amazon, which leads me into her purchases that I got from her. She's been ordering stuff like new or very good, which means dust jacket intact, no library binding, which means no library stickers or anything on them unless specified, no actual damage, no spinal damage. It must be very good. This is like new or very good. Most of Raven's books have been coming in terrible quality. She gave me quite a few that she's replaced. The first of which is The Gladiator by Carla Capshaw. This is my favorite romance ever! It is a steeple hill, which means there is no sex. I don't think they even make out. There's nothing that should offend almost any religion. The exceptions are drinking coffee and tea, which is not okay in my religion. You can hold hands and stuff like that, which isn't okay in some religions. You can have them sing, but they can't dance, because that's not okay in some religions. It's usually Christian, and The Gladiator follows the story of Karos Vithros. He was a gladiator who won his freedom in the Colosseum, and Apollonia, for being a Christian, was sold by her uncle as a slave. He picks her up. It's a cute romance. This wasn't actual damage. She was not going to replace it, even though the spine's cracked because there was stuff in the center here. There's even tearing at the spine right here. And you can see the tape that Raven did to try to save this book. But she forgot that the reason we read The Gladiator is because she bought it. It's like, no, it's for me. And I went, why? You have a copy and it's in better condition that you found at Bookman's. That's how we found out about this series. It's a trilogy. Raven got book 2 and I'm so excited to read it, but I don't have it. So I finally got The Gladiator. I will try to replace this eventually because it is pretty beat up, but I'm going to hang on to this as long as I can. Ink Spell. This was not the cover that she wanted, and it was in paperback, which isn't what she wanted. And she tried to replace it with an even worse paperback with this cracked spine and water damage and stuff, and that's not what she wanted. She wanted the hardback. So I was going to pick up the other one, and she's like, actually, I have a better one in paperback that you can have. So there is a sequel trilogy to Willow by George Lucas. I love Willow. It is in most top 10 best fantasy movies. It's one of the best fantasy movies I've ever seen that isn't based on any book. Now, there is a book, and he wanted to make at least, I think, 3 more movies, because there's 3 more books. Willow didn't do well enough. Willow has picked up speed over the years. A lot of people haven't heard about it, but it is considered a classic. Warwick Davis is the star, and so there's these little people. They get a normal human baby, and he finds out she's a princess, and he has to go on this journey to save her, to defeat this evil queen, and the evil queen's after her and actually attacks the village, so they decide to send the baby away, and he volunteers or is chosen to go and deliver the baby, and it's just, he runs into the Mad Mardigan, who is hilarious, who ends up falling in love with the daughter of the evil queen, and they hate each other and love each other at the same time. Oh, it's so funny. It's so good. There's like this funny line where Mad Mardigan is feeding the baby this blackroot. That's what it's called. And he's like, blackroot? You never ever feed a baby blackroot. And he's like, well, my mother raised me on blackroot. It makes you strong. Puts hair on your chest. She is a princess. The last thing she needs is a hairy chest. And he takes the blackroot out of his mouth and her mouth and throws it. And he goes, did you see that? He took our blackroot. Don't worry, I'll find some more. That's the type of stuff that goes on in the movie. There's a trilogy that is a sequel, and I have books 2 and 3, and Raven got book 1 wrong. She gave me Shadow Dawn. I didn't realize my camera had stopped filming, so I went to the end of the video and went, wow, I went through all these books and... it stayed with me. No, it didn't. So this is book 2, Shadow Dawn, by Chris Claremont and George Lucas. It's in pretty good quality. It's just missing the dust jacket, so she repurchased it. And again, she thought it was book 1. It isn't. That's Shadow Moon. This, I already had it in paperback. This is what the cover will look like when I repurchase it with the dust jacket. But I'm going to hang on to this because this is already torn. Thank you, Raven, for just offering it, though. I have 2 more books from Raven. Raven said, hey, I know that you and I like basically the same artists, and I've been collecting the art books from online, and I got the wrong art book. It's a fairy artist, but she didn't remember the name, and she didn't remember the title, so all she knew it wasn't Amy Brown, because Amy Brown has nudity in her books, and while there is naked people in this book, you can't see anything, really. I don't know if this will offend anybody, but like, they're naked, but you can't see anything. So that doesn't offend me. I prefer them to be fully clothed, but she won't show anything ever. That's not her style. And it is Parting the Veil, The Art of Nene Thomas. In my high school for 2 years, my freshman and sophomore year, my advisor base or homeroom or home base or whatever it's called in your school was a computer lab, and so I would just look up for an hour because we did nothing in there except hang out and talk to people. I would look up for an hour different artists. This was one of the ways we connected. We had fallen in love with the same artists. Amy Brown, Jessica Galbraith, because I dropped off this crate full of books and I grabbed the wrong one. It was Jessica Galbraith and it was supposed to be this one. So Jessica Galbraith, Amy Brown, and Nene Thomas we had in common. It's one of the ways we connected. We loved the same artists. And it's actually really funny. We had to do this project in creative writing. This is really when we connected really well, or felt that we needed to connect, is because we had to do this box. The outside was how the world saw you, and the inside is how you see you. And our boxes were extremely similar, and if Michael's had had the same box, we would have had matching boxes. And we had pictures of Amy Brown and Nene Thomas and Jessica Galbraith. The same pictures. The same font of words. The same color. It was ridiculous how much me and Raven were alike before we even knew each other. So she knew I would love this, and she gave it to me. Thank you very much, Raven, for that. And then the last book from her, I picked up the same day. For her birthday, Raven wanted to have a shelving party with pizza and stuff, and she needed my help to shelve, and then it turns out that she couldn't really use my help except for certain parts because it was a one-person job. A second person would only get in the way of the main person. So I mostly edited for her, and then I did the really difficult stuff like standing on a chair, putting up books way up high that she couldn't do. I'm jealous because Raven has 3,000 books and I have 700 and I want like 3,000 books and I've read all of them. So, but Raven, she's read most of what she owns, but there's a lot, the entire series that she hasn't read a single book of. And she has them in nice quality and I'm jealous, I'm so jealous! Okay. It came up. Every Christmas she gives me an I Am Number 4 book. and she didn't give me one last Christmas, which I was okay with, but she gave me a bunch of t-shirts, and I love the t-shirts, it's just they were a size too big. I don't own anything in the house that's actually a gift from her for Christmas, and it turns out that happened. They forgot me at Christmas, so they ordered me some shirts last minute that they thought I might kind of sort of maybe want, and didn't bother to check the size. It was way too big. And I was just like, oh, that makes sense. And so I was like, oh, you have it. And I said, I'm still kind of mad that you got a Revenge of 7 when you haven't even read it yet. And she went, wait, I didn't get you Revenge of 7? Oh yeah, because I forgot you. And then I was like, wait, what? And Megan's like, yeah, we forgot you at Christmas. She bought me the Revenge of 7. Thank you, Raven, for giving into my whining. I did not expect that, but then again, I had no clue you'd forgotten me at Christmas. But it's so pretty. This is the only I Am Number 4 book that is just, the cover's beautiful. And look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh, I love this. She even told her husband that she bought Megan a book too, because she bought 2 for me. And he went, oh, because we forgot Lauren at Christmas? Sorry about that. We will get you shirts in the right size. Oh, you gotta love your friends. You know you love your friends truly when that's not offensive at all. It's just funny. So thank you so much, Raven, for all of these books. Even the Divergent Collectors and Insurgent, she ordered and I paid her back. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I hope you can get better service with Amazon. Again, I dropped off that crate of books for her and I helped her husband open it, checking to see if the Revenge of 7 or Heartsplit had come in. They hadn't yet, but over half of the books were in the wrong quality and were damaged. Like, there was a hardback Twilight that it was smushed. The corners had been, like, it was slammed down or something. It was damaged. And I went, oh, wow. And her husband was like, oh, that's been happening for a while. So I hope you can get better quality. And then the very last book was actually one of the first books in this haul that I got. My dad and I went to Walmart. I just realized the Ferris wheel is in the air. I wonder why. It's 4 by Veronica Roth. It's the only Divergent book I haven't read. It's the only Divergent book that I don't own. So I finally got it. Thank you, Daddy, for purchasing it for me at Walmart. I'm very grateful for this, and I hope to read it soon. Okay, let me put all my books in a stack. So many. There's a lot. Because my friend is awesome. Look at all this. Look at this. Look at this. Alright, so those are all the books I got in the month of April and the very end of March. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more. Every Friday is a book review. I am trying to get a job. I don't know how that's going to work with my videos. I may have to pre-film a lot. The job that I'm attempting to get, I can only work part-time, so I'm hoping to only work 3 days a week. So Mondays and Wednesdays might be a tad bit crazy, but hopefully I will be able to film on Thursdays and Fridays and still be able to get videos ready to upload or upload them on Friday or something. I don't know. I hope that the schedule will continue, but for now, every Friday is a book review. So subscribe to see that. I will let you know about any changes. I am hopefully by the end of the week, I will have a job and will be able to tell you about said changes. Good luck with your reading and your book buying, and I hope if you're on a book buying ban that you're able to stick to it, because I stuck to it. I'm babbling a lot, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye! I literally worn out the spining and the spining, and then shut up. And then there is a sequel series. See, I say that. There is a sequel. This was my most recent, one of my most recent, that I purchased. I didn't purchase it.